in this day or in this period, how can we try to understand the nature of this Lord? It is impossible to fathom him in a span of say 40-45 minutes. It is and to tell you the truth, it is impossible to fathom him in any of our lives which we are taking, which we will be taking in due course of time. So it is not possible to understand how is Shiva, but let us try to see how has this Lord evolved. So the earliest texts like the Vedas, what are they saying about this Lord? Because see, I have been very much enamored of Shiva, uh, uh, because I have always said that he is the Lord on the boundary line. So Veshi Varsa Dev आपण म्हणतो. So whether he there are a lot of questions about him. Vishnu, you can gather. See, there are 8 to 10 hymns in the Rigveda, and later on Yajno Vai Vishnu, who is a very famous statement, and then you have the avatars of Vishnu, and many more, and then you see the entire bhakti cult evolving around Vishnu. So you can span or you can map the journey of this deity. But in the case of Shiva, in the case of where I'll be speaking on Rudra, which is the Adima form, which is the earlier form of Shiva, we see things very differently. We see an entire Namaka Chamaka evolved in the Maharudra episode of the Taittiriya Brahman, Taittiriya Samhita. Then you can see the Vratya Kanda of the Atharva Ved describing Vratya, and that description comes very close to the nature of Rudra. But at the same time, whenever we are trying to offer any sacrificial offerings, any oblations to Rudra, we have to go out of the sacrificial ground, dig a hole, and there establish fire that too without mantras, and there you have to give offerings. And offerings of what? If gods are given offerings of normal rice, Rudra is given offering of wild rice. So like you see Vishnu becoming Lord Jagannath.
Okay.
Or Vitthal. So Vitthal and Vishnu are so which is Vitthal is a local god, and he is enjoying the attributes of the mainstream god.
Similar to Khandoba. Khandoba is similar.
Yes, Khandoba. Yeah.
Khandoba. Okay. Yes. So Rudra, do you feel that Rudra has been the local god which has been universalized?
So they have been an aboriginal god, and therefore, and then because of the deep influence of the aboriginal, because of the deep influence of Rudra on the aboriginal community, to incorporate, to assimilate them into the Vedic pantheon, Rudra got a place in the Vedic gods.
And what about Rudra to Shiva?
He's a later god, because I like the one aspect which is there in the story of Shiva is Rudra, is that all the gods collected their positive energies, that their fierce, not positive, their fierce energies, and then a god was born with clear cut says that Rudra is a later addition.
Okay.
Hey, Madhavi ma'am, thank you. That was a lovely session and a pleasure to hear you speak as usual. Ma'am, the question is this. You spoke about some attributes of Rudra as being fierce, as being strong. Now there is the Rudra mantra, ma'am, with the Naka and Chamaka, and that's a pretty long chant.
Yes.
So what does that chant say, ma'am? Are we talking about the same attribute?
Has this Shani got any kind of a connection with Shani? I heard it as Shani first, so
no connection. Ashani is actually stands for the thunderbolt. Slay not the heroes in the fury of thy wrath, is that heroes here stand for the brave children, which the Vedic Aryans have always prayed for. And so let the heroes not be slain by your anger. So the anger of Rudra, and therefore not we see Rudras, and the sthai of Rudras is Krodh. If you see the Navarasas, we have got Rudras.
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't it? And that is anger. So you can, so such type of prayer is there for Rudra, such type of prayer is there for Varun, that these are certain gods who have got dual personalities. So on one hand they are very kind and gentle, on the other hand they are very fierce and wrathful.
Overall. And before the lockdown, my last lecture was on Vishnu and his incarnations. And when there were questions, aren't there any incarnations of Shiva? I said, yes, the next lecture will be on Shiva. Okay.
Yeah.
My lecture is ready from Vedic Rudra to Puranic Shiva.
Wow.
Yeah, and perhaps this Thursday, 23rd, I will be having that. Now, as you rightly said, Madhavi, there are this is the bipolar, what you can say, the personality of the Vedic Rudra, the maleficent as well as beneficent. And he is Heti, he's having Heti, everybody is afraid of that. At the same time, in the Rudra Sutta, you have Kvate Rudra Mrulya Kuhu Hastaha.
Yeah.
Where is that compassionate hand of yours?
Yeah.
So please give me that hand. And I would like to say, go further and say that Mrulyaku, it is Mridyaku basically.
Yeah.
And Achmadhyasya Dakarasya Dakarasya. So it is Mrida, and later on it became a synonym of Shiva.
Yeah.
And Parvati B is known as Mridani.
Mridani.
So the root is in the Vedas.
Vedas.
Whatever we see in the Shiva, the
Yeah.
nauseous and the compassionate form, both we can trace through the Vedic Rudra. So I have no doubt in my mind that Shiva is nothing.
Wonderful session, and for me it was like attending Madhavi's session after I think nearly 10 years. So I never had a chance to attend your classes. So for me it was like going back to the class, listening to Madhavi, and as usual, thorough. I must say thank you so much. I'm glad I attended it. And yeah, Dr. Maulika, nice to see you too. And it's wonderful to have such teachers out here and so many students. So Sunil, congratulations, a wonderful initiative. So keep it on, and hope we'll have more sessions and the lockdown will just pass off so easily like this way.